Okay, I got a little project going on here. I blew the bearings inside my hub, and I noticed the spindle, when I took the hub off, the spindle right here is cracked. And this is on my 5300 front end. I ordered a new spindle, and I'm actually going to repair the whole axle. So right now I'm going to put temporary bearings in my hub so I can get this tractor working, because I got to use it to feed. All right, I greased this spindle up. Okay, I know it's snowing. The snow's getting all over this. I need to put my hub on so I can run the tractor. I'm not where I would want to be to do this, but I got to put new bearings in, and this is the old hub. The hub's fine. The spindle's okay, but it's cracked right here, okay? And that's probably because when my bearings cracked, it looks like the seal sort of pushed back and cracked that. So I got new spindles coming. I've got new hubs coming. We're going to rebuild the front axle on this 5300 John Deere. So I got the inner bearing here. I got it all greased up. I put the seal here around the hub. So I'm going to put the inner bearing in. I'm going to flip this over, and I have the outer bearing right here. So I'm putting the outer bearing in. Now I'm going to put this hub on, the spindle, like that. And let's put this bearing in there, like that. All right, I got a lot of grease to put in there. So I'll do that after I get this nut on. I got a grease fitting here. I'm going to shoot grease in the middle, and I'm going to shoot grease on the outside here. And then I got a dust cap to put on. So right now we're going to put this on. This is a spare of a moment thing. I didn't have this planned. The bearings just shot on me and the wheel started to wobble, and that's why I'm doing this right here. Okay, we're going to tighten this a little bit more. I don't like to get that snow in there, but you got to do what you have to do. All right, now let's take my wrench. Tighten this up. Now you only want to do this snug. You don't want to get it too tight because you want those bearings to spin. So I'm just going to snug it. All right, like that, and then I'm going to check it. No wobble, and it's able to turn freely, but with a little tension on it. Okay, so that feels pretty good. So I'm going to take my cotter pin. I'm going to have to straighten it out a little bit, but I got to find that hole. It's right there. All right, there's no play in that, and you can turn it. So I'm going to keep it right there for now. And later on, after I run it for a while, I'll check it, see if there's any play. I might have to come back, loosen or tighten this nut up, make it a little bit more snug. But we'll see what happens here. So let me get this cotter pin in here. And we'll spread this out. I'm gonna shoot a lot of grease in there. More grease, the better. Okay, I got a grease fitting right there. I'm going to shoot grease into that. Well, I got the tire off. I can get to it good. My battery is running low. I'm going to turn it. Get that grease moving in there. There we go. We got no play. And it's turning. I'm just going to push that grease in there like that. All right, now we're ready. We're gonna put the dust cap on. Okay, I got the grease in here, got the cotter pin on, got the nut on. Feels good, got it all greased up. Now I got this dust cap. I want to put the dust cap over the top. Okay. And I'll have to pound this on a little bit. Okay, there's the dust cap. All right, feels good. We're ready to put the tire on now. Okay, my next project here is my backhoe. I parked it down here by the silage mound, and I went to go start it up, and it wouldn't start. I heard a couple clicks, thought it was the battery. So I tested the battery, it tested okay. And I went over to the starter and I crossed the solenoid in the starter to get it turned over, and all I saw was sparks. So I think the starter is froze up. So that's what we got to do next, is take the starter off. Okay, this is a Ford 555A backhoe, and right there's the starter. Okay, and there's 3 bolts to that starter. There's 2 on this side and 1 on the back side. And you can see all this stuff that I have to go through to get to that backside bolt. So what I need to do is I got to work straight down. And in order to do that, I got to take the cover off. And there's a lot of bolts there that I got to take off. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, I didn't have to take the hood off. I didn't have to take anything up top off. What I did have to take off was the fuel filter. And what I did is I flipped them up in the air there out of the way. And that back bolt, man, that was hard to get to. But I got it. So now I'm gonna see if I could drop it out. I gotta pull that dipstick right there, and that whole thing should come out. Pull the dipstick. Okay, let's see if we can wiggle it out of there. It's a big starter. Let's see. Oh. Let's see if I can lift it. pretty heavy. There we go. Turn it up. All right, get past this cable here. All right, we got it. We got it. Whew. All right. We got the starter out. Now, I'm going to take it to a couple of guys down the road. And what they'll do is test it. See if anything's wrong with it. If there is, they can rebuild them. So, that's what I'm going to do. We're back at the 5300 tractor. Now we got a battery that went dead. So let's see if it'll start. Nope. All right, we're gonna take this battery out. We're gonna get a bigger one. This battery is not really the right one that should be in here. So we're gonna go ahead and take this out. I could go a little bit longer and higher on the battery, and then we'll look at the cold cranking amps. But this battery, I think, is shot. And if that's not the case, then we'll have to get the alternator generator checked. So right now I'm taking off the positive and negative. If it's not one thing, it's another. And it seems like a lot of things happen during this cold weather. Battery out. You could see this battery's got a battery. It's got the side mounts. So that's what we're going to do. But I could go longer and higher and get a stronger battery. This is just a regular automotive battery, so we're going to step up in it. Okay, I got my new battery, and I got a little bit bigger one. I got 850 cold cranking amps. So we'll put this one in, see what it does. I got to unplug the block heater. It's pretty cold out here, so let's see what happens. Well, it fired right up. New battery's working. Now if it goes dead, you know, I'll do some tests. Maybe I do have to take the alternator in, get it checked, but we'll see. All right, I'm gonna go feed the cows. Well, it'll probably be a couple days till I get the starter back on the backhoe. So we'll see if that was the problem. Thanks again for watching Just Making It.